For me.
Do what, sorry?
You got 5 minutes to do something for me.
Sure, yeah, what is it?
Can you bring up that slideshow that you had? Can you share your screen?
Yeah, one sec. Where do you want me to start with it?
Just share your screen first, and I'll tell you where to go.
Okay.
Cool. If you go to the slide that's got the Walter Bisling calculator, that's the one. Can you take a screen cap of all of that?
Yeah, well, I've already got them here, haven't I, on Paint.
To work on?
Oh, to work, you want me to do some more work on this?
Yeah, I want you to alter something to it.
Right, okay, hang on. File, new.
I want you to keep this as well. But...
Yeah, I've just done a new one here. There we go, right.
Okay, right, I'm going to have to get close to the screen, so I'm going to turn my camera off because I'm recording and I don't want my forehead right up to the lens. Right, okay. Have you got like a rubber feature?
Oh, hang on, let me go on this. Just a minute. Edit, select or edit, copy. I'll do it on this one. Edit, paste, it'll be better on here. Expand the count. There we go. Right, sorry, have I got what, sorry?
A rubber, like
yes.
any that can just erase stuff.
Yeah. So okay. Eraser, yeah. What do you want to get rid of?
You see where it says I and then height, and you've got two little blue circles on the left. Right, take your mouse down. I'll tell you where to start.
Right, so.
Yeah, in front of the lower circle. Keep going. Keep going. So you're on the black line. Right, a bit, up a bit, up a bit, left a bit. No. Start. There we go. In front of that circle. In front of the.
Oh, right, in front of the circle. Right, okay.
Do is if you just click there, just so we've got a start point. Yeah, and then go to the other end.
I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to colour it in with a paintbrush so it goes white.
Yeah, perfect.
Paintbrush. Let's choose the colour. Do it in white. Right, so let me scroll in a tad. Right, so you want to get rid of that?
Yeah, and then keep going. Underneath this, is it green line from the eye?
There, yeah.
Don't get rid of that. That's what I want to keep. Everything below that. You got me? Yeah, you've got it. Perfect.
Right, okay, no worries.
Going to get a bit more complicated in a minute. Yeah, perfect. Now we can. And this dotted line that's red now, so it's changed colour, interestingly. So you're deleting this whole curved line.
I'm not deleting the curved line, no.
But yeah, it's just changed colour, so it's gone from green to red for some reason.
Yeah, that's just his line of sight that he's included.
Sure, doesn't matter. Just get rid of the everything everything to the same red bobble at the bottom of the word hidden. I want no, under that line. No. So yeah. So where it says hidden, you know. Yeah. Right. Left of that. Left. Stop. No, too far. Just in front of that little circle thing. There we go. No, not the circle. It's that. There we go. Delete that, and then delete everything underneath that dotted line. Now we're talking. That'll probably do it. That'll do for now. Okay, and the extra curve after hidden. Yeah. Okie dokie. Now we need a pencil to draw a straight line. And you're going to go from the first bobble on where it says height, the lower circle.
The first bobble, this one.
From his feet.
From his feet here, yeah.
To the red hidden bottom there, yeah. From there to there, you're going to draw a line and extend, and also extend it.
Okay. Any colour?
Doesn't.
Black.
Black, yeah. No, so from slightly behind him. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the ground that he's standing on, basically. So up to the G and H in height, yeah. So start about there-ish, and then go through his legs, and then keep it going. That's it. There we go. That's perfect. So just a flat line. Perfect. That's it. Okie dokie. Now you're going to go from. You're going to do a dotted line.
Yeah.
And you're going to go from his eye.
Yeah.
Top to the bottom of where it says hidden. Perfect. And that is basically it. So now what I want you to do is you're going to rotate this section. So what you've just been working on, that line that you've just drawn, I want it to be horizontal.
Okay. I know how to get this right. You're gonna have to bear with me till I do this. So edit.
No worries. This is why I'm asking you to do it.
Right. File. New. So we're gonna do it at 2500. We're gonna do it at 2000. Right. So I'm gonna paste it into there. Because when we start to rotate it, it will...
Get rid of all the bottom stuff with the tower. Just get rid of
that. Okay.
Right.
So, let's go back to paintbrush. Oh, I didn't want it in black. Put it in white. There we go. Get it in white.
Perfect.
Edit, deselect, right, adjustments, layers, rotate and zoom. Yeah, right, hang on, let me bit up, I think. Is that about right? It's not far off, is it? Pretty flat. There we go.
That's perfect. Now, if you can move it so that it's taking up the top half of the image. So, I don't know, maybe make it a bit bigger and then just slide it up the page.
How about that? If I crop it to there.
Then that'll put it at the top. Maybe give a bit more at the top. Just so it's not squashed. Oh, that'll do. Right, now put the... now I want you to do the same with the original Walter Bislin abomination. So you're going to now rotate it so that the dotted line along the bottom becomes...
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that one's now going to become your horizontal.
Okay. Paintbrush, get rid of that.
As you're doing this, I'm just going to start explaining why. So what this does is it essentially shows you the absurdity of A, their model, and B, how they've hijacked perspective. So it suddenly occurred to me why they'd drawn all these lines out. It's because they look like angles, they look like perspective lines, but they're not. They're different details of the mathematics. But when you actually... Here we go. Do you want to move? Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Right, excellent. So what we've now got here is the comparison with obstruction due to Earth curve, geometric, perspective exclusive on the bottom. And on the top, we have a simple representation of the angle of which you are presented when looking at distance. So the top gives you a hidden value based on the bottom section, the hidden, being too small of an angle at this distance, and the top section being the top part of the wider angle of a boat that you've seen alleged to go over the curve of the Earth. Now, the hidden is hidden because of limitation of angle at the bottom. Now, that's a fact. Perspective rules, we know this. All they've done in the bottom image is intersected the angle which we are seeing things disappear at, the diffraction limit, the horizon, and calling it a bulge. So it's geometric obstruction replacing limited angle. All you have on the top is reality, a side elevation of your angle of view, and how much would be lost due to the diffraction limit or the
Yeah, I'm still here, yeah.
I'll just say it once more. So at the top, do you remember when I asked you to draw out the other day on a show, and I was like, you've done it already, but you hadn't. You'd done something similar, but not the same. But this is essentially what I wanted. You've got the person, admittedly, it's ridiculous to show that the guy on the left is tilting back when you make the comparison, because for them to have this work, obviously we know that they have to point your camera down. Well, when you point that out, you know, the sagittar that it creates has you tipping yourself back on your ankles in order to do that. You know, the camera being pointed down, but that doesn't work because you're supposed to be on the top of the bulge. So the way they square that circle is to have you tipping back on your ankles, which is apparent when you put them both flat. But ultimately speaking, all they've done is replaced the angle and its limitation when you put it against the deck and its hidden value versus a geometric obstruction that essentially would ignore anything to do with perspective, because that dotted line that changes colour from visible to hidden is your quote unquote line of sight. And we don't have laser beam single line of sight. We have an angle to everything we see. And that's accounted for in the top image, because the bottom, where it says hidden, is the most limited angle to whatever that now slanted backwards ludicrous line is. Make sense?
It does. You know, I mean, there's a few extra caveats that you can include, especially looking over water. You've got waves that will still also cut off extra additional. They'll actually increase the height of the floor, giving you an even narrower angle to be looking at.
Well, right. Once you've incorporated the angle, so if you just take your mouse and put it under on the top image where it says horizon, but on the bottom line, there. So if you put the little, you know, there's a little pointer on your arrows. If you put that, just the one pointer, the top one above the line, and say that that's a wave, right? As you slide it along to the right, there is the point where that tiny little wave intersects the angle that you view in perspective, and therefore that, let's say it's comparative to the man, 1.5 feet. That's the point that you will actually cause an obstruction to something that may not have been in the most limited of angle. I mean, obviously this diagram's got this word hidden, which automatically begs the question that this thing is being hidden and is in the most limited of angle. But we'll just say, for the sake of this argument, that it is. You know, that particular thing is, let's say it's 4 feet at 17 miles, just for the sake of argument. And it would be hidden. It would be beyond the limit of your view.
Something that the curve calculators do not account for, Nathan.
Yeah, but what they've done is replaced the top image, which gives you an angle to anything you see in the distance, and then you can calculate whether or not that angle is too small to resolve the thing at the bottom where the angle's the most limited. And on the bottom, they've replaced all of that with, no, it's bulge. Forget all aspects of the angle and whether or not you can see something because it's too small to see. And things do get smaller in the distance, making them too small to see. But let's ignore that and just call that bulge.
And
So yeah, this is how they've replaced perspective with geometric curve.
Let's change that into red. Mick West omitted this. He's omitted the bulge from his curve calculator. Walter Bislin has still kept it.
Oh, well, it's a tricky detail, isn't it? That's what they're trying to prove. But I said this on one of the shows, didn't I? Ultimately, they can put anything they like in there because as soon as you start using the calculator, you're automatically begging the question, assuming the Earth's a sphere, and then just running through the motions of whatever they say, whatever bullshit maths makes what perspective does the Earth curve. Cool, Ranty. I'm going to end this recording unless you've got something to add.
No, perfect.
Rock and roll. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Nathan Oakley. This has been Ranty Flat Earth. I don't know how to end a Skype recording.